We all know about the attack of COVID-19. All over the world, about 70 lakh people have died in its attack. But do you know? There is a group of germs that is more dangerous than COVID and are silently destroying human civilization. If proper action is not taken, they will destroy the human civilization from the earth. If I give you one information, you will understand better. There are more than 16 lakh people have died in 2021 alone. More than 1 crore people have been newly attacked by this germ, and in total, more than 180 million people are currently infected with this germ. Just imagine the situation. The world's population is 788 million, and the number of people infected with this germ is 180 million, which is about 1/4. Don't be surprised here. Out of these 16 lakh people, more than 4 lakh people have died in India alone. More than 5 crore people are under treatment. In 2021, more than 2.1 million people in India alone have been newly infected with this germ. And more than 50 crore people have this germ in their body. There is still a lot left. Now the latest antibiotics are not working on these germs. They are becoming resistant against the powerful antibiotics, so the fight against them is increasing day by day. If you want to know about these deadly germs and how to get rid of them, then this video is only for you. Watch the entire video till the end, without skipping anywhere, so that you and your family can be safe from this germ. So let's continue. Yes, you saw that right. Today I'm talking about tuberculosis. 1 out of 3 people in the world have this disease in their body. But there is almost nothing that people know about this disease. One of the reasons is the media. You will not usually see about this disease being discussed in any conventional media. But millions of people are dying every year. So please watch the video till end. But before that, it is very important to know the history of this disease. Tuberculosis is more deadly than COVID-19, and is not a new disease. Since ancient times, there was intense fear in people's mind about this disease. According to research, Mycobacterium tuberculosis was created 150 million years ago. A progenitor bacterium, called Mycobacterium ulcerans, attacked hominids in East Africa. Then, about 2 million years ago, the modern strain of Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria started causing TB in humans. TB has also been found in ancient Egyptian mummies around 2400 BC. The first mention of TB is found in some inscriptions from India and China about 3,300 years ago. In the biblical book, the ancient Hebrew word sechephet is identified as tuberculosis. This TB is known as King's Evil in England and France. After this, in 1720, British Dr. Benjamin Martin first gave an idea about the prevalence and source of TB in his book A New Theory of Consumption. John Lucas first used the term tuberculosis. Then famous scientist, Robert Koch first discovered Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria. Albert Calmette and Camille Guérin invented the BCG vaccine. Selman Waxman discovered the antibiotic, streptomycin, which is used as an important antibiotic in the treatment of TB. This is the brief history of TB. Now let's know about the symptoms of TB or tuberculosis. TB is mainly of 2 types, latent TB and active TB. In case of latent TB, the TB bacteria do not show any symptoms of disease, but remains in an inactive state. This bacteria can live in one place of the body for years, without any symptoms, and when the body's immunity is reduced, it starts to cause infection. And in case of active TB, bacteria cause infection in the body and symptoms appear. The main symptoms of TB are cough with phlegm for more than 3 weeks and coughing up blood, body will be weak, fever and constant weight loss, no appetite. Let's break a misconception. It doesn't mean that TB or tuberculosis will occur only in the lungs. Tuberculosis can occur anywhere in the body. People with HIV or AIDS and those who smoke regularly are more likely to develop this disease. Because the immunity of HIV patients is very low, the TB bacteria attack them very easily, and those who smoke regularly have less capacity of the lungs than normal people, so TB is easily infected in their body. But now the question is that smallpox, anthrax, polio, cholera-like deadly diseases that killed millions of people every year have been eradicated, but why so many people are still dying from disease, like tuberculosis? And why is this tuberculosis germ becoming so terrible day by day? Tuberculosis bacterium, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, has a thick waxy coating of mycolic acid on its surface. As a result, most antibiotics cannot penetrate this thick waxy coating to reach the bacteria. But there are some antibiotics that penetrate this layer and destroy the bacteria, like rifampicin, isoniazid, amikacin, etc. But the real problem starts right here. Most of the people do not complete the dose of medicine given by the doctor. Suppose, the doctor asked to take an antibiotic for 14 days. After 7 to 8 days, if the disease gets better or the disease symptoms no longer appear, the patient stops taking the medicine. As a result, the TB bacteria develop a resistance against that antibiotic, so after when TB is diagnosed, the antibiotic no longer works, so either the antibiotic has to be changed or the dose of the antibiotic has to be increased. Antibiotic resistance is discussed in detail in our channel. Please go to the above link or the link in the description to watch it. Misuse of these antibiotics causes common TB bacteria to mutate into multi-drug resistance TB and then extensively drug resistance TB, which eventually kills the patient. In case of multi-drug resistance TB, TB bacteria become resistant to rifampicin and isoniazid antibiotics, but in case of extensively drug resistance TB, resistance is also developed against rifampicin, isoniazid as well as fluoroquinolones, and any second-line injectable drugs like amikacin, capreomycin etc. not only because of they change themselves, but also these changed drug resistance bacteria attacks other people's. The punishment of one's mistake is also suffered by other people. He or she has to be given a strong dose of medicine from the beginning. Also, the quality of people's food in most of countries are quite low. They do not get proper nutritions, so the body's immunity is weak enough to be affected by TB. TB bacteria is very easily spread from one person to another person through sneezing and coughing, so it is very easy to spread through public transport such as local train, bus etc. This disease is identified through sputum AFB, chest X-ray, Mantox test etc. Take BCG vaccine to prevent this disease. But remember that, taking the vaccine is not 100% sure. The vaccine only increases the immunity of the human body to some extent. Government of India has launched Tuberculosis, TB, Mukt Bharat Abhiyan project to eliminate TB from India by 2025. Also TB treatment is free in all government hospitals. Complete the medication dose. Don't leave the medicines before complete the dose. Visit to doctor immediately when the symptoms are appeared. Wear a face mask while traveling in public transport like buses, trains etc. Take nutritious food. Stay healthy and let others. And don't forget to share the video. Thank you.